Alright, got my iced tea. Let's go do a game review. Hey there, Internet Best Buddies, welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm Ray, and today we're going to be looking at a game. I looked away too quick there. That game is Everyone's Gone to the Rapture. It is on PS4 and PC for $20 each, and here's what I thought about the game. Some event has taken everyone and sent them to the Rapture is basically both the premise and the title for this game. Except both those statements are lies, because you are still here as the character, so technically not everyone has gone, but at the same time there is no explanation to who you are. Are you supposed to be God, seeing all the stuff that you've done? Who knows? You simply walk around and discover snippets of story as people are being taken mysteriously and slowly. I imagine there's more to the story than just that with the individuals, but I got bored halfway through listening to these guys. So the game does have some good things about it. There's great visuals. Environments look really good, and I love how when you perform the interactive parts of the story, the sky reveals the whole universe. I also like the idea behind the golden wisps, I guess you could call them. Despite the fact that nothing is really explained, the concept behind the game is pretty compelling for me, and it kept me interested, and wanting to find out why they were all raptured or what set the events in motion. Like I said, I got bored halfway through, so as far as I know, that's not revealed. For the most part, there's good voice acting, and since that's really the only way to convey the story, that's a huge need for this game. So it has that. Also, the music's pretty good, and it fits perfectly with the theme of the game. The structure of the story, however, did not work for me at all. It felt honestly all over the place and mostly based on luck of finding the sequences. There's no real explanation for anything going on in the game other than some relationships sort of being built, and we don't really know why all of a sudden people are being raptured. Is that the verb you use for this instance? Are they being saved to rapture? I'm gonna go with just raptured. Honestly, the fact that you're the only person left in the world apparently must mean you're like the worst person, because you're the only one that didn't get raptured. I mean, the player must have kicked a dog or something to be the last one on Earth, as that is the only thing I can think of, disgustingly vile enough, that would constitute God and all his infinite wisdom leaving you behind. Don't kick dogs. It's rude. There was really no intrigue or reason for me to care after a little while, mainly after you leave the first town. I honestly got really bored, I got my platinum trophy, and I got out of the game. Also, despite what the game's control setup will tell you, there is no sprint button. And for a game like this, you absolutely need a sprint button in order to make it any sort of bearable. The fact that there isn't one just ended up dragging out the game much longer than necessary, and it killed the pace and ultimately caused me to be bored, as I've already said like 2 or 3 times. Don't get me wrong, the game has incredible pacing, but in regards to just walking back and forth. Everyone's Gone to the Rapture gets a 4 out of 10. Not a sponsor, Arizona Iced Tea or Arnold Palmer. Unless you want to be, I'm up for it. So if you know anything about me, you know that I like any story, be it a game, a movie, or TV show, where they turn the sort of biblical tales on their head. So, like, I'm a big fan of at least the first 5 seasons of Supernatural, Darksiders, I guess I kind of like Constantine. There's a lot more. I'm just forgetting them. So when I heard about this game, I actually thought I'd really enjoy it, but unfortunately, I would have to recommend skipping it. It's really kind of boring. It's an easy platinum if you're into that, but other than that. So since this is a walking simulator game, what is your favorite game in that genre? That's the question for the week. I forgot to preface it by saying that. It's kind of a newer game for me, but mine would be Gone Home. That game is fantastic in the way that they tell their story and the story that they're telling. I know there's a lot more, but I just can't think of them off the top of my head. But that's the one that stands out to me, is Gone Home. So definitely give that a shot. Is that a hint at a possible review in the future? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. So anyway, down below, I'll leave affiliate links for PlayStation Monies and Steam Monies. That way you don't gotta put your card on the account. If you're new to the channel, definitely go down and subscribe so you can stay up to date with all the content I put out. If you're a returning Internet Best Buddy to this channel, thanks for coming back and watching my stuff. It makes me feel good about what I'm doing on here. Also, if you could, go down and like the video and share it with a friend. Thanks again for watching, everybody. See ya.